I'd like to do another song for you about children. This one tells the story of two little boys who, when they were children, as a lot of kids still do, I guess, they used to play with little toy guns and little wooden horses. They would play war. And as years went by, it was during the time of the Civil War, and these two young men now, they went off to fight, one for the North and one for the South, against each other. Well, needless to say, the guns were no longer toys. The horses, they were real. The war was definitely not a game. Boys had two little toys, each had a wooden horse. Gaily they played each summer's day, warriors both, of course. One little chap, he had a mishap, broke off his horse's head, wept for his toy, and then cried for joy when he heard what his brother said. Do you think I could leave you crying when there's room on my horse for you? Climb up here, Jack, and stop your crying. We'll mend up your horse blue. When we grow up, we'll both soldiers. Our horses will not be toys. Maybe then we'll remember when we were two little boys. When we were two little boys. Long years had passed, war came at last. Bravely they both marched away. Cannon roared loud in that wild crowd where wounded and dying Joe lay. Then came a cry and a rider dashed by out of the ranks of the blue. Galloped away to where Joe lay. Then he heard his brother say, do you think I could leave you dying when there's room on my horse for you? Climb up here, Joe, and we'll soon be flying to the ranks of the boys in blue. Can't you see, Jack? I'm all a-tremble. It may be the flash and the noise, or it may be because I remember when we were two little boys. When we were two little boys. Last night I had the strangest dream. I never dreamed before I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty room, and the room was filled with men, and the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the paper was all signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I never dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. Pretty song. Now that song's over 50 years old. I guess just not quite enough people have heard it yet.